Well, hello there.
Hello there.
Hello, and welcome to our little town. Doesn't it look lovely? You know, I think all of you are probably coming from some lovely little towns yourselves, wouldn't you say? Well, you know what? I would love to hear about them. So how about this? On the count of 3, I want you to shout out in your biggest, loudest voice where you are coming in from today. All right? So 1, 2, 3!
Let's go.
Well, oh my, those sound like some lovely towns. You know, I sure should give some of them a visit sometime. You know, if fate takes me there. You know, funny thing about fate. You know, folks, there's those that say that everybody's life is in the hands of fate. That all our stories are already written, and why we're just playing them out until we get to the end. Now, I don't know if that's the way it works in your little towns, but here in our little town, that ain't the way it works at all. You see, folks, in our little town, we know that life is nothing but a series of strange coincidences, lucky breaks, and cosmic accidents. And the only meaning that it has is, well, whatever meaning you find for yourself along the way. See, folks, this is the way that it works in our little town. Our story tonight is going to concern 6 people. Well, don't they look just lovely? Why don't we hear it for these 6 people? You know, I like to think of them as number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and you guessed it, number 6. You know, that's just like the numbers on these here dice. And how these 6 are thrown together in each successive scene as our story unfolds, well, it ain't up to them. And it sure as heck ain't up to fate. No, my friends, that is up to chance. You see, before each scene in our story, I'm going to roll these 6 dice. And, as it says in this legend right here, if their number comes up on one of the dice, they will be in the scene. 2 of the dice, out of the scene. 3, out. 4, in. 5, not only are they in the scene, but at some point during the scene, they become fantastically wealthy. And if you read down here, if their number comes up on all 6 of the dice, the next time we see them, they die. Now, there are a few other rules. If I roll 3 doubles, then all 3 numbers are in. And if I roll 2 triples, then both numbers are in. Now, don't worry if that sounds a little complicated. You'll catch on. I do have one other die here on the table, this little red one. And that's because our little town, like many little towns, have our favorite places. Why, there's the park, the library, the diner, and some private places too, like a kitchen, an attic, a living room. Well, our story tonight is going to take place in 6 locations, but not the 6 I've already mentioned. No. Our story is going to take place in 6 other locations, both public and private. Can you guess what they are?
The numbers on the...
Well, that's a good guess, but I'm thinking of specific locations. So, you know, go ahead, shout out a guess.
Movie theater.
Well, I heard one right here.
Movie theater.
A movie theater. That will be the first location, a movie theater. Let's hear a second location.
Bathroom.
Strip club.
I think I heard a restaurant. Yeah, that's all I heard, restaurant. That'll be our second location here in our small, nice town. Good for all ages. Let's get a third location. I like that, a library. I heard number 3, a library, and number 4, we will say is the chicken coop. So 3 a library, 4 a chicken coop. Now let's get some private places, maybe somewhere inside a house or a private residence.
A study.
A study, thank you very much. So our 5th location will be a study, and one final location, number 6.
Basement.
Dining.
Oh, I heard so many. Did you say one?
Basement.
A basement.
Wow.
Very private indeed. All right, so I think we have our 6 locations. So let's go over them one more time. So when I roll this red die, if I roll a number 1, it will be the movie theater. Number 2, a restaurant. Number 3, the library. Number 4, the chicken coop. Number 5, the study. And number 6, the basement. Well, I think it's just about time for our story to get started. So why don't you all sit back, relax, and let's take a chance on a roll of the dice. Well, let's see here. We have 2 number 1s, so number 1 is not in the scene. We have 1 number 2, so number 2 is in. 3 number 3s, so 3 is out. No 4, no 5, no 6. So number 2 will be alone, and let's get the location. That is location number 5, the study. So number 2, alone in the study.
Good luck.
We're with you.
I love being alone. It's my private space. I contemplate what life is. I think about the things that I missed in life, and then I think, but what did I truly miss? Well, nothing really, because here I am alone in this study, surrounded by books and my thoughts. Oh, this beautiful portrait of my mother. Her eyes follow me. So I'll sit like this, because I do want to be alone with my thoughts, and she's nagging at me. Sadly, she's still alive. Oh, I can hear her now. Oh, but okay, just concentrate. Oh, this is good. In my mind, I'm 20, 25. Okay, Mom, God. All right, I'm 50. Again, I'm alone with my thoughts. It's wonderful. Just silence, really. Except for that nagging voice in my head that tells me there's more to do. I know there is in life. There's more to do. There's always more to do, isn't there? These books tell me there's more to do because I read them and other people are doing them. These books are all fiction. So I read them every night, at least one a night, and I think, what would my life be like if I was a fairy princess? Or a pirate? Or a fireman? Or something that's, more alpha? More masculine in a way. I mean, not really masculine, because, I feel still feminine, but there's more to do in life. And so I've done it. I've been a secretary. But now I want to be the executive that tells the secretary what to do. Mom.
Don't we all have it where we have a parent's voice in our head nagging us to tell us to be more like a fairy princess or a pirate? Well, let's see if she becomes that one day. Well, let's see where the second scene in our story takes us. Well, we have no 1s, 2s, or 3s, so they are all out. But we have, let's see, 2 4s and 3 5s, so 4 and 5 are out. 1 6, so another solo scene with number 6.
Oh.
And let's see where number 6 is. Well, that's location number 2, the restaurant.
Another great day of doing business in Diceville. Counters are clean. Fridge is stocked. I think all the customers went away satisfied. Still, It's hard not to feel the piercing gaze of the glazed portrait of my father over the fire. Yes, I see you, Father. Staring down at me, I wanted you to become a doctor or a lawyer. Well, some of us like to be restaurateurs, Father. Of course, he's still alive. I make people happy. I send them away with full bellies. I'm not ashamed to own the biggest and best restaurant here in Diceville. Maybe I could have traveled a little bit. Gone to university or something like that, but no, I started here all those years ago stocking shelves. Worked my way up to line cook, dishwasher, server, host. And then I bought this place, Dad. It's mine. It doesn't have my name on it, it has the former owner's name on it, but that was for branding. You know how expensive it is to change out signage? Well, anyway, time to hit the old neon lights and head off to bed.
You know, I always thought it was odd, folks, whenever I went to that restaurant, that there was a picture of the owner's father hanging above the fireplace. But there's a certain charm to it. All right, well, let's see if we get a scene with a couple people in it. So we have 2 1s, so 1 is out, no 2s, but we have a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. So 3, 4, 5, and 6 will all be in the scene, which will take place in location number 5, that study.
I don't think she would want us to be in here. She's really funny about the study.
Well, the last time I was here, I believe there was a chair here. And I think if we move the furniture around, she'll find it funny. As a joke, right? She likes jokes.
I don't know, can somebody turn around that scary picture of her mother, though?
Look, everyone, if we're gonna make this surprise party a success, we've gotta have more confidence about it. I mean, she's been spending so much time alone lately. We've really got to get her out of the shell, and this surprise party is just the way to do it. I mean, we all owe something to Brenda, don't we? Why, you remember when Brenda found you? You were nothing but a piano player in the local pub, and now look at you. You've cut 2 CDs, and that's all because of Brenda.
It sure is. And Kevin, Brenda found you with those chickens.
Yeah.
And now look at you. You've got the biggest chicken coop in town.
I barely left that old chicken coop before Brenda found me. I would just stay in there every day, staring up at the picture of my condescending grandfather.
And now you're the town chicken man.
And you.
Well, heck, I mean, the restaurant almost went under during COVID. If it weren't for Brenda and all her to-go orders, she practically kept us in business.
And now just think of her, sitting here all by herself, feeling bad about what she's done. It's almost like that Jimmy Stewart character in that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, just not understanding how much she's affected us. Always dreaming of doing something, not realizing what she's done.
You're right. It's true.
We owe it to her.
We do. I think when she comes in the next time, we'll all be hiding behind these chairs. And I'll rig something up in the ceiling and it'll pop down like a piñata or a cake on a string. Something really exciting. Boom!
Something she can beat up on. She really loves that.
That would be fantastic. Brenda loves, oh yes, she loves sticks and things.
You
Yeah.
should make the piñata in the shape of her mother.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm good to cater it.
Perfect. I'll supply the music.
Awesome. Will you bring some chickens?
Yeah! How are we we going to play blind man chase the chicken without him? I just want to thank you all for rallying around this. I mean, well, maybe now's as good a time to tell you as any. At the party, I'm going to ask Brenda to marry me.
Oh,
Congratulations!
that is so exciting.
You think so?
Do you think she suspects?
I don't know. The last time she came around the chicken coop, I was holding the ring in my hand and I had to put it in my pocket really fast, but I think I did it subtly. I did it like this. Whoa!
Oh,
You are Mr. Cool under
yeah.
pressure.
She probably has no idea.
It's just, to be honest, I don't think her mother really likes me that much.
Kevin,
Even with the picture turned around, I can feel those eyes boring into me.
she's just a person.
I don't know. I've known a lot of people, and none of them remind me of her. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to dwell on this ring, this party, and that beautiful woman who I hope will be my wife.
Well, isn't that sweet, folks? A lovely party and a lovely surprise for Brenda. Isn't this just a swell town? All right, well, let's keep it moving. All right, we have a 1, so 1 is in, 2 is in, 3 is in, and 4 is in. 5 and 6 are out. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's see where that takes place. Well, that's in location number 4, the chicken coop. This must have happened after the party.
Well,
Oh,
that was a party.
you guys, you really startled me. I can't tell you how amazing it was, particularly when you rigged the cake to fall on my face.
That was my favorite moment.
I didn't really mean it to fall on your face. I'm sorry, but it was funny.
It was hilarious.
How did your mother taste, by the way?
Even better that you did that in her image. I cannot tell you how wonderful that was.
Hey, B, I gotta say, I'm really glad you invited me. You know, I never thought that after what happened, a few years back, that I'd ever see you again, but I got your invitation. And I gotta say, that party was fantastic. And you're fantastic.
Wow. You've never said that to me before.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have. But I'm saying it now.
We're here.
Yeah.
Now, folks, I bet you're wondering why this scene is taking place in a chicken coop. Well, let's say this. I'm going to roll this die, and if I roll an odd number, they're there to get eggs. And if I roll an even number, they're there to get a chicken. So is it odd eggs or even chicken? Well, that's 5. That's odd. They're there for eggs.
Listen, this girl looks like she's about to lay one. Come on, Kathy.
You finally
Push it
brought-
out. Come on.
Go, girl. You got this.
Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Look at
that.
this. Thank you, Kathy.
You know what? That is pretty awesome. That she lays chickens she lays eggs, excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. And notice how that egg came out of that chicken and that it belongs to her? That chicken?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember at the party? I'm sorry, I don't mean to take away from your chicken, but you remember that little guy that went and got down on his knees and asked B to marry her? Okay.
Well, I was in the bathroom then, did you?
Oh,
Were you
maybe
proposed
you
to?
guys should talk.
Well, if Kevin found you here in his coop, and if he found you holding this egg, he'd probably...
Oh, that's why I needed to talk to you, Paul. And I didn't answer him.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Because I like being alone. I'm good at it. It's what I do. I sit in my study and I marvel at how I'm alone, and I like it. I imagine when I read the books that I am someone else, and that feels good. And what happens when somebody real comes in your life and they see you for who you are?
You know, Brenda, actually all of you as well, we grew up together. I left, came back a few years ago. Things were hard, right? But I was alone for those 15 years, and I gotta say, those were the most difficult moments of my life, but I came back to start fresh again. Maybe this is a symbol of freshness, you know? Though we came here to get some eggs for, you wanted to bake your famous blueberry pie? But I just want to say, Brenda, that you were on the forefront of my mind when I wanted to come back here.
It took you 15 years to say that?
At least it wasn't 16.
I love Kevin.
Then why didn't you accept his proposal?
Scared.
Really?
What? You're looking at me funny. Why?
Do you think that Kathy or any of these other chickens in this coop is scared? No.
Well, they lay eggs in front of people.
They lay eggs in front of Kevin. They trust him.
So you're saying I should lay an egg?
No, I'm saying that you should trust Kevin to love you. Just like he loves all these beautiful chickens. I mean, look at some of them are really goofy looking. But
Kevin spends all his time with chickens.
he loves his chickens. And Brenda, he loves you. And you don't need to be afraid that he's not going to love you for who you are.
I can't handle this pressure. I'm just going to say no.
Listen, maybe I said too much and I was out of place. So, you know, if you love Kevin, then good luck with all that.
Well, poor Brenda. She loves Kevin, but she can't bring herself to say yes. And poor Kevin, he got down on one knee and he laid a goose egg. Well, let's see where our story goes from here. Well, we have a number 1. 1 is in. We have a 3, a 5, and a 6. So number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 6. And they will all be in fabulous location number 6, the basement.
This is like old times.
Yeah.
Did anybody bring a bottle to spin?
Just like old times when we used to come down here in my basement, cutting school, hanging out, back when we were all friends, before one turned betrayer.
You looking at me?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. You think I don't know?
Well,
You think they didn't tell me?
what did I do wrong?
You proposed to Brenda.
So did you. Did she give you an answer? Am I not supposed to propose? Is there a limitation on how many people can propose to Brenda in this town?
I'm sorry. I'm just locking the door.
Now,
Why don't you put the chain on?
Kevin.
Kevin, don't do anything you're gonna regret.
No.
I spent $4.99 on the chain. I might as well put it on.
You know, Kevin, she still hasn't given you an answer, has she? They say she loves you, she says she loves you, but you're still alone, like me.
You knew how I felt about her.
Yeah, but I felt this way about her before you felt this way about her.
You left.
And I'm back. So I can't have redemption?
No, you can't. Because you left, and you didn't even say goodbye to me.
You were my best friend growing up. And you weren't around when I needed you the most that last day before I left. Remember that? Why don't you go ahead and tell them what happened?
Yeah, it's true. We were supposed to hang out that night. We were supposed to hang out right here, as a matter of fact. In fact, if you open up that drawer right over there, go ahead, you'll find the bag of weed we were supposed to find.
You still have this thing?
Yeah.
Old weed.
Go ahead, read the note in the bag. Why don't you read it out loud?
We've lit many fires together.
That's literal. We were the ones who set the school on fire.
It was a small one, it was an accident. Chemistry, anyway, whatever. So why don't we light a real fire together, this time on purpose?